Hi, I'm LJ Williamson with Giga Granada Hills, and I'm here today with Dinesh Lakhanpal, who is a candidate for Council District 12, and AKA Danny. So, Danny,
Danny.
Danny, welcome. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Yes. I was wondering if you could tell me and introduce yourself to the community and let us know about a bit about your background, your qualifications for the position of City Councilman.
My name is Dinesh Lakhanpal, and everybody calls me Danny over here. So I'm running for City Council from District 12. I'm resident of this district since last 30 years, and I'm very highly qualified for this position. I have a master degree in engineering with about 10 to 15 different specializations. My main goal is to create jobs. At this time, we have 12.6 to 15% unemployment. The population of District 12 is almost 300,000, and we have about 40,000 people out of jobs, and they have no food to eat. And there are so many people who are homeless also, and about 67% of those have no place to live, no shelter at all. City of Los Angeles, again, according to Daily News, is second stressed out city in the whole United States. So that's a big problem we are facing. At this time, we need a person who is not only well educated overall, but well experienced in business on technical side, and also who is hardworking and who is dedicated, who is selfless, and also who has heart for the community. We need a person who can go out and get this thing done. And my main priority is to create more jobs.
How would you go about doing that? What's your plan for creating more jobs?
I have 4 different agendas. Number 1 is to create jobs in the field of solar energy, like solar panels on everybody's house. And that's one of the major things I have. This alone will create almost 15,000 jobs during first year and a half. And then second one is in the field of transportation. We have big traffic jams over here. So if you come up with different kind of traffic systems, then I think we can create another 5 to 10,000 jobs. Then also people who are living near the offices, they don't need to drive their cars. That's another reason of big traffic jam. So what we can do is, we already experimented this electric bikes, so they can use those to come to the office. So that will also create lots of jobs and people will be working. Other is medical science. At this time, what we are doing is we are importing all the nurses, all the doctors from other countries. We have plenty of talent over here. So we should give them first opportunity. And that's what I'm going to emphasize in my district to all the hospitals, that we have children who are graduates. So give them proper training and hire them. That's very important.
Well, that on the surface of it sounds great to me. I mean, I love the idea of everybody with solar panels on their house and riding around on electric bikes, but the city of Los Angeles is in a budget crisis right now. Where does the money come from to create these programs that you're suggesting?
Linda, that's a very good question. And we looked into that one. See, what this is, first of all, there's a rebate, approximately 50% from a Department of Water Power. So they're giving rebate. One house, about 1,500 square feet, is costing about $30,000. Out of that, they will be getting average about $14,000 from the city. And the balance, that can be financed, or the contractors are willing to take over the payments. Secondly is, what they can do is, these contractors, they say the bill will go down to 70%. In other words, today if somebody is paying $200 per month, that's the average bill of 1,500 square foot house. That bill will go down to approximately about $120, $140. So that will be the payment they will be making towards this rest of the balance. And other thing is environment. The pollution will go down. And not only that, every house will create almost 10 to 15 jobs. And when they do that, look here, if we do this, we pick 100 contractors, give them 50 homes to each. So that means the average profit they will be making $400,000 to $500,000 per year. So with that profit, they're going to do shopping, retail sale will go up, hardware sales will go up, our revenue will go up. And this will not be the burden on homeowners because they will not be coming up with any money from their pocket. That's the plan I have. So we will not be depending on the city in that case. Second thing is electric bikes. They generally go at 20 miles per hour. And to get rid of these traffic jams and the pollution, and also to bring more revenue to this district, is I think that's an excellent source. And those bikes should not cost maximum $1,000. Minimum they will cost at least $500, $600. So we already did R&D on that prototype and we checked it and it did very good. Being an engineer and technical guy, I can do these things and I do understand all these things, that how it operates, how does it work and all that. So those bikes can be sold on big stores, electronic stores, on all the retail stores. And again, there will be jobs and there will be revenue for the district. So that's second thing. Medical science and services, like I said, is we have plenty of need for nurses, plenty of need for billing clerks, cashiers, customer service, and other technicians like EKG technician, X-ray technician. So what we're doing at this time is we are importing from other countries and we don't know how reliable they are. Only thing we're doing is giving them less salary than what we have over here. So if we trained our own people and who are very intelligent, so we can fulfill those demands. So all this alone will create at least 25,000 jobs. And doing this, our unemployment will go down from 15% to at least 7 to 8% in 2 years. That's my goal is. As far as transportation system is concerned, as we live near Balboa Boulevard, right? You see a big traffic jam. Especially if you go in the morning between 6 to 9 o'clock, it's like a parking lot. And so far, nobody has come up with any solution how to break that traffic jam. My suggestion is, let's have some kind of new transportation system. Let those cars coming from Antelope Valley and those places stay on that side. They take their transportation and go to their workplaces. So number one, that will break the traffic jam. And number two, our revenue again will go up. So we have to come up some kind of system for that. And the fourth one is tourism. We do not have any tourist attraction in this district. If you look at that, we have nothing.
What would you propose?
What I'm looking at is that we should have some kind of center where we have different kind of museum from different states of United States, which will become attraction for people from different countries, tourists and all that. And along with that, they can have some gift shops, they can have some kind of travel agencies. Along with that, they can have some kind of motel also over there. And also the shuttles people, they will benefit from this one.
I keep wanting to go back to the bikes, okay? I love the idea of the traffic jam on Balboa Boulevard being completely vanished and everybody switching over to electric bikes.
Right.
But I think a lot of people, when you say, hey, how come you don't ride a bike on Balboa Boulevard right now? They'll say, well, the traffic kind of frightens me. It makes me nervous. Do you have a plan to make bike lanes or also to go along with that, to facilitate that? I'm just not totally sure how we transition people over into that.
I have two things in mind. One is, first of all, the traffic coming from Antelope side, Valencia, those areas. Either we should redirect that traffic, go to the freeway rather than exiting on Balboa Boulevard. That's one thing. We should discuss them. Second thing, like we have in Disneyland, some kind of tram system. So what we can have a long tram which goes from Fort Hill to the other freeway, 101 freeway, right on the street.
Tram like Disneyland.
Right. So that will take all the people there. And in the morning, 6 to 9, it can run every 15 minutes. And let's say you stop there at Northridge Shopping Center. So you get off, go do your shopping, come back, and come back. Let's say there is some electrical company over there. So you are working there. So you go stop there and then walk 1 block. That's good for your health also. Walking is good, right? So that's another thing I'm talking about to breaking. So we can do this kind of experiment on one big street, and after success of that, we can implement on Tampa, we can implement on Topanga and all those places. So that's the idea I have, to break the traffic and also have good systems.
Do we have questions from the studio audience?
I have several questions, but is there what one particular thing made you want to run for neighborhood council? I mean, for city council.
Employment.
That
People are out of jobs, and I see their condition. I'm a businessman in District 12 since last 20 years, and I know how they're suffering. And many times, you won't believe it, many people come to me and I make their payments from my pocket. First of all, I'm an engineer. Right from grade 0 to did my master degree, I was at the top all the time. And I did my engineering from very reputed colleges. Like I did my BS from Chandigarh Engineering College in India, and that course was taken from Berkeley. So it's like a branch of Berkeley over there. So I came first among all India competition engineers over there.
Can I ask one more too?
Yeah.
Because you sound like an environmentalist. So how do you feel about living as close, less than a mile from the United States' largest dump, Sunshine Canyon?
Dump is there. The most important thing, we have to see the effects of that dump. Mm-hmm. What are the effects happening? For example, people living on Topanga side, right? There are still radioactive waves over there. And many people are getting sick. Many have cataract problem, many have lungs problem. But still, study has not shown completely that this is really affecting on the people. See, if the way I will do is, I will look into that dump and take the data how people are being affected due to that dump. Mm-hmm. If they are increasing health problems like lungs problem, bronchitis, this and that. Asthma, you can say that, mm-hmm. right? So definitely we have to do something about dump. Instead of having that dump over there, we can propose some other place. Look, this is not the right place for the dump.
Okay. So I'm glad you brought up the dump because that's obviously an issue that's very important to CD12. Now we're going to have to wrap up, but we've got about another minute. So this is your chance to tell us, why should we vote for you as opposed to any other council candidate? Go.
Based on my qualification as a technical guy, as a businessman, as a hardworking guy, and what I am willing to do for the district, I think I am one of the most qualified candidates for this position. Throughout my life, I remained at the top, and whatever I promised, I did deliver that. I'm famous that. I have organized many festivals, many functions, people coming there, over 15,000 and more, and I am well familiar with all the phases of the business. At this time, what we need is not a career politician, but we need somebody who is a go-getter, go and does something for the public, who is dedicated, who is hardworking, selfless, and all of the above, who will go and stand among the public and give them the progress report. Look, this is what we're doing. Along with that, I will be talking to all the neighborhood councils and otherwise people in the district who will be helping me to bring this district as an ideal district in the whole city.
Okay.
And I want to make it example for this city of Los Angeles. Thank you.
Danny, thank you very much for being here.
You're welcome.